guys, and we love playing that lunchtime bingo from 12 all the way till 1 every single day. It's an absolute blast to watch you guys earn some points towards the twiking zone as well as a little bit of cash.
Absolutely, and we love seeing where all these players are getting their points. And as it stands in 10th place, we got Pooba over at Meister's Bar and Grill with 123,000. We got Doggo 11 over at the Polar Lounge in 9th place with 125,000. But with 147,000 points in 7th place, we have a tie between Bobo at Corner Bar and Goodhue and Yo-Yo over at the Red Go. 6th place sets with GTZ at the Midi with 175,000 points. Then in 5th place, we got Lucky Tim over at Whitefront Saloon with 196,000. Then with 211,000 points in 4th place, we have Nan over at Corky's Bar in South Haven. 3rd place is with Mikey Wins at Steve-O's with 225,000 points. Then in 2nd, it's Simbab over at Corky's Bar in South Haven with 231,000 points. And in 1st place, leading our leaderboard, it is Scrub-Eye at VFW Blaine, sitting with 324,000 points so far.
Yeah, it really feels like Scrub-Eye has sealed up that first place spot for this season 11. But you never know. Sometimes craziness happens in the last few days. Let's head to the location side of these standings. As we got in 10th place, Carboni's Pizzeria and Pub, Oak Park Heights, with 198,000 points. With 279,000 points in 9th place, we got Carboni's Pizza, CR Billiards in Coon Rapids. 8th place is VFW Blaine with 291,000 points. With 311,000 points in 7th place, we got Eagles Rochester. 6th place is Corner Bar and Goodhue with 315,000 points. With 322,000 points in 5th place, we got Our Place on 3rd and Faribault. 4th place is Steve-O's and Crystal with 341,000 points. With 578,000 points in 3rd place, we got Corky's Bar South Haven. 2nd place is American Legion Fridley with 606,000 points. And then that number one. Hey guys, and we are here for some happy hour action. We first got some Lucky 4 bingo to get into, $22,763 on the line. And you guys just got 40 seconds to do so. You guys are just coming off some really fun games with the Jackpot Hunter 25-cent edition, where the major and the minor went out right before we got on air. So,
did they really?
Yeah, not the game before, but I think the game before
pretty
that.
Closely before.
Yeah, the game before, the second to last game of the 25-cent edition of Jackpot Hunter, we had both those jackpots go out. So it was a good time. But we are here, me and Jordy here, streaming live to you guys on the Pilot TV, Player Connect app, pilotgames.com/PilotTV, YouTube Live, as well as the Twitch app. Our channel name is MegaSota on both YouTube Live and Twitch.
Oh, absolutely. And if you find yourself at a location like JJ's Bowl, Dugout Bar and Grill Bethel, Patriot Lanes, Heartbreakers Bar and Grill, CY's Bar and Grill, River City Extreme, or even Hugo's Bowling Center, those are the latest locations to get some Pilot TVs installed. But we already got Yup and Howie, along with a lot of other players in line to take home a jackpot.
Oh, yeah, definitely some great stuff here. We're hoping that we can give out this jackpot, but it doesn't look like it. Major prize still in play for some of these players, but it's clicking over as well. It's going to have to be a mini jackpot that we go after. Anybody can get one ball away. It'll have to be perfect from here on out. And it doesn't look like we'll do it. We're going to be clicking over to a must-go prize of $1, as all those players are still 2 balls away. MSB, Just Meg, as well as Lars.
Oh yeah, hopefully one of those lucky players can get this must-go out soon, so we can hop into the the $1 edition of Jackpot Hunter, because we got some great prizes in the line for you guys in there as well. And you guys will get another opportunity at this Lucky 4 bingo at 6 p.m. once we leave you guys off before you jump into that Skull bingo. But it's still looking like these players are 2 balls away.
Yeah, nobody's able to get closer. It may be a big join-up, but Lars, now that 1 ball away mark over at Onamia Vets Club, one of those big-time players in this Season 12 so far, is in one of our top 10 standings, I know for sure.
I think it's the Jackpot Hunter standings.
Yeah, it's in top 5 in that. So he's out here getting after those Jackpot Hunter games, as well as a game of Lucky 4. We'll see if this must-go prize will go out to him, or if more people will be getting in, as Trixie is now 1 ball away. We have been giving out a lot of jackpots lately, though. We've given out 27 jackpots over the last 7 days, 41 jackpots during this Season 12. It's all the way since 2 Fridays ago, and that's when Season 12 got started. Already
a week and a half in.
Already 41 jackpots out in that week and a half, and so it's been a lot of fun. And just this weekend, we had 14 different jackpots go out, but we do have a winner in this game.
That's right. Howie over at Mama G's is taking home that $1 must-go prize. We got 7, 9, 67, and 70 as our lucky game numbers. We're going to have to keep an eye out on those rounds, but as you're saying, we gave out 14 jackpots over the past weekend, which is super exciting to see. And that first one went out on Friday over to over at Poncho and Lefties, who got to take home $1,030.
I'm a big fan of that name, Poncho and Lefties.
Poncho and Lefties. I thought you were talking about and I was like, I don't know how to pronounce that correctly.
It's a fun name, but I'd like the Ponchos and Lefty. I like the location name.
Yeah, it reminds me of my good friend. They own a huge Rottweiler dog, and his name is Poncho.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. That's great. So maybe it's a left-handed dude and his dog Poncho, and they started a restaurant
Poncho
together.
and Lefties. Hey, sounds like a good detective team.
It does. That's a good one. The good detective team. We do have T-Bone at Charlie's Bar also taking home a jackpot on that Friday of $1,133.
Nicely done. Next up, we had Jur 5 over at Country Lounge. You got to take home $917.
Yeah. Then we had Fred Trisha over at Moe's taking home $615.
Nicely done. Then we had Nicole 1239 over at Welsh's Top 10 Supper Club taking home $1,033.
Splitting that win, also taking home $1,033 with Nicole 1239 is Slappy over at American Legion Fridley. Definitely a big time.
That was a huge prize to get split up.
It definitely was. $1,033 going out to each of them. You don't usually see a split prize that large.
Nope, that is a big one. Congratulations to Nicole and Slappy. But next up, our final jackpot that went out on Friday went out to DM Team over at Roosters 2, who got to take home $1,057.
Definitely some awesome stuff there. But you guys just have a little over a minute to get enrolled in this next game. That minor prize is at $82. You can take it home in 52 balls or less. But if we get it over $100,
get it over $100. You have a minute to grab your friends and get those plays in.
Yeah, it'll be clicking up from 52 to 56 in the very next game. That major prize is at $1,406, 48 balls or less to win. And we'll be talking about that major prize that went out over the weekend. And we also got that mega that's sitting at $113,957, 48 balls or less to win. I mean, crazy. I mean, in a doable range. We've seen
completely doable.
I've actually seen jackpots go out in 48 balls. So doable for sure. $113,957. Definitely something you should be going after during this Monday.
Absolutely. But where did we leave off on jackpots?
We left off on the Friday jackpots heading into Saturday.
That's right.
Saturday, we got it started off right with Wolfstein over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards, taking home $759.
That's right. And now I've missed the opportunity twice today, and so I made sure I was the one who read out this huge jackpot we gave out. And it's the largest one of this weekend, the largest one of season 12 so far. And it went out to Tesla over at Friends Bar and Restaurant, who got to take home $34,850.
I mean, a huge jackpot. It was the major of the $1 edition. A lot of people were going out after it during this weekend. I'm glad to see it go out. Big time player Tesla, who shot up in our Jackpot Hunter player standings due to that win.
Yeah, rightfully so.
Yeah, but we do have balls dropping in this game number 1 of Jackpot Hunter. We got players already 18 balls away, and the official prizes are a mega prize of $113,957, 48 balls or less to take that one home. Major prize of $1,407. 48 balls to take that one home as well. And the minor prize at $85 you take home in 52 balls or less. Definitely some great stuff. But the must-go prize, not bad. $14 will help you pay for the next game. And hopefully, as you guys get enrolled, that minor prize will get over $100 so that game 3, if we don't give down 52 balls in the next 2 games, it'll be clicking up from 52 to 56.
Absolutely. But after Tesla taking home that giant jackpot, we also gave out a few more jackpots, and that next one up, we gave out $678 to What's Our Name over at Halfley's Bar.
Definitely a great one. Do you have any name suggestion for What's Our Name?
Big time winner.
Big time winner.
I mean, they took home a big time prize.
Do you think we have enough letters that big time winner could fit in our player name?
They might
slot?
be able to.
They might be able to.
I
wouldn't put it past them. Yeah. I'm gonna give them the name Randy Travis. I know he's a famous guy, but just play under his name.
It's a famous person. Is it an athlete?
Isn't Randy Travis? I thought Randy.
I have no idea. I've never heard the name Randy Travis before. But we do have Kim over at Rusty Nail Battle Lake taking home that must-go prize. $14 going out to you. Nicely done this round number 1.
Randy Travers is the one that does Forever and Ever, Amen. I Told You So, a bunch of other big time. He's a big country music artist.
Oh, no wonder why I don't know him.
It's funny. Good job, Kim, getting the win over at the Rusty Nail. Definitely a nice one. 58 balls. Just get that a little lower, and you'll be taking home a minor prize. But $14 still going out to you, as you guys got 2 minutes and 20 seconds to get enrolled in this next game of Jackpot Hunter. We're watching out for that minor prize to click over that $100 mark.
Absolutely.
But good job to all those players who were getting after it during that game 1. Let's get back into the players that were getting after over the weekend, as the final jackpot that went out on Saturday went out to Susie Q over at VFW St. Cloud, taking home $837.
Nicely done. And then Sunday got started off with a bang, as Yup over at Bleachers got to take home a whopping $11,927.
Good job, Yup. We also had White Claw over at the Blue Moon Bar and Grill, taking home $739.
Nicely done. And then that final jackpot that got to go out went out to Foster Fam over at Tasty Pizza Hangar 45, who took home $878.
Definitely some great stuff for all those winners. I mean, I can't believe we had a $34,000 jackpot and an $11,000 jackpot go out this weekend. Definitely some big time stuff. But I saw White Claw out there getting the win. Do you have a favorite flavor of White Claw?
Probably mango.
Mango? Mm-hmm. I would have to look up the flavors to give you a real tell on what.
Black cherry. There's lime.
I mean, I like the classics. I'll probably lean towards the either blackberry or mango. I'm right there with you with the mango. That's definitely one of the better flavors.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think that White Claws are anywhere near my favorite seltzer.
No, they definitely aren't. I would choose a bunch of other ones, but they're easy enough, and they're good with. I like them for mixing with other drinks because they don't have a very strong taste. They have more of that. Carbonated water type taste to them.
I mean, I was making mojitos, and instead of club soda, I was putting straight up White Claws in there for Mother's Day. Not Mother's Day, 4th of July.
Yeah, and I think that worked out. That worked out really well.
Oh, they tasted great, and they got the job done.
Yeah, I think when you're drinking it all by itself, it's definitely not the best, but it's a good mix with something else. But definitely a fun win for White Claw, $739 going out to them. But we just got about 5 seconds till we get into this next game. That minor prize has gotten over $100. So if we don't give it out in this game, it'll be clicking up from 52 to 56. That major prize is at $1,422. And we got that minor prize of, we got the mega prize of $113,971. You take home in 48 balls or less.
Oh, yeah, we got a lot of great money on the line, and I can't wait to see who's going to be taking home some great prizes. But if you want a chance at taking home some great prizes, you can check out the latest eTab game that we've released. It is the great one. It is called Later Gator. You might have been watching the promo of it, the little commercial before we came on screen with you guys. It's a lot of fun. You can even check out that Gator Bait bonus round where you get to pick out the bait you set out, wait for the biggest gator, and take home a huge prize. It's a lot of fun. You'll definitely want to check it out.
Yeah, definitely some great stuff for those eTabs. And Later Gator, just one of the greatest new additions to those eTabs, as we've released 5 different eTabs already this year between Break the Bank, Nugget Chasers, Roaring 20s,
Blazing
Wheels, and and Later Gator. That's all of them.
What's that last one?
I was like, what's the last one? Later Gator. That's the one that we released. Do you have a favorite of the 5 that we've released?
Ooh,
now that Later Gator's kind of settled down, it's no longer the new one, and it just, it's so cool and new. You always want to play with the new toys kind of thing.
Okay.
You've had time to think about it.
Yes, I have. I've marinated on it. I think that Roaring 20s is the coolest eTab game that we've released. Like, by far, it is so cool. The music, the graphics, the time travel aspect. Definitely go check out Roaring 20s. But I'd have to say probably Later Gator is like my personal favorite.
Personal favorite is the Later Gator one. Definitely a good one.
Absolutely.
I'm going to go with Nugget Chasers, as I love the characters in it. The characters are so funny. They remind me of the dad,
Disney old men.
Luca, and whatever it is. Yeah,
They're
reminds
just
me
straight
of
up Disney men.
of the guy who does Woody's repair as well as does the short.
And the chess player.
And the chess player, they have a character that kind of looks like that as well.
Yes.
I'm a big fan of Nugget Chasers.
Absolutely, that's a great one.
And I think of it makes my brain think of the Incredibles with the Underminers.
Really?
I don't know why it makes my head. I mean, just because it's Nugget Chasers and they're underground, but that's what I correlate with. It's super funny. We do have 68 balls dropped on this one, so we got a winner already.
Ooh.
Funk as well as Howie splitting up that win. Howie at Mama G's and Funk over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids. $15 being split up between those two players.
Nicely done. That was game number 2. We're about to begin enrolled in a game number 3 already. That minor is going to be clicking up from 52 to 56 balls or less, and it'll increase 4 more once you guys get it over that $200 amount.
Definitely some great stuff there. And we have a bunch of great stuff on our Facebook page.
Oh, yes.
All you got to do is search up Pilot Games on that Facebook, and you can see our logo. Click on that, and you'll see weekly bingo schedules, event details, reminders, big progressives, player pictures, and so much more, as well as a website link, which has our link tree. It says other bar locations, socials, and so much more.
Absolutely. It is a great useful place to be, especially if you're brand new to Pilot Games. It's got all the information you need, great resources to utilize. But if you guys don't want to go check out that page, we are going to give you the rundown of what you can expect daily on our bingo schedules right now.
Oh, yeah, we get every single day started off with a Cup of Joe with Jordy. It's not live bingo, but it's where you go over all the live bingo standings, all the different progressives that are available during our live bingo. It's anything you want to know about the bingo running throughout the entire day. You guys have to stop in for a Cup of Joe 5 days a week. But then 7 days a week from 12 to 1, you get the Twins Bingo, 25-cent edition. That has a jackpot that was not able to go out today and continues to grow over $5,000.
All right, make sure you guys are coming out tomorrow from lunchtime, 12 to 1, to try your hand at it. But right afterwards, you get a little bit of the 25-cent card edition of Jackpot Hunter. It's what you were playing before we got on air with you guys. It runs from 1 o'clock all the way till 4 p.m. We have that minor, major, and mega always on the line for you guys each and every day, and it is a great time to take home some cash, but it leads you right into what we're playing right now, our happy hour show, and we're back with you live for these 2 hours from 4 to 6. It's a lot of fun. We just played that round of Lucky 4 Bingo that has over $22,000 on the line. You guys will get another opportunity at 6 p.m. as well, but right now we're in our 23 games of the $1 edition of Jackpot Hunter. As you can see, we have that minor of $129 and growing, and we got 13 seconds before we're getting in this game. We got $1,441 on that major and $113,986 on that mega.
Yeah, definitely some great stuff in those Jackpot Hunter games. I mean, obviously, you guys are about to get in this game number, 2 of Jackpot Hunter? Game number 3 of Jackpot Hunter. And we have a major prize of $1,041, 48 balls or less. Minor prize over that $100 mark, so 56 balls or less to take that one home. We'll see if we can give it out in this game. $19 on the must-go prize. But after these games of Jackpot Hunter and the final game of Lucky 4, you'll get into 4 hours of Skull Bingo. That runs from 6 all the way till 10 o'clock with a line prize of $48, a large frame of $1,581. You can take home the line prize in 10 balls or less. The large frame in 43 balls or less, definitely worth coming out for. But probably the one you really want to come out for is the coverall of $80,982. You can take home in 50 balls or less. A super exciting jackpot that you don't get a shot at many times. I mean, over $80,000 that you can take home in 50 balls. Great stuff.
Absolutely. I can't believe it hasn't gone out yet. You guys definitely need to be coming out for Skull Bingo, especially because he was saying you get those full 4 hours tonight before tomorrow will be your first interruption. We got MegaSota game night happening at 6:40 like it does each and every Tuesday. It's your only opportunity at seeing Tony and Nikki taking on over. They have a bunch of fun tournament games, and they also have an extra opportunity at the games you're playing right now. If there's any big cash on the line left over on our happy hour show, you'll get one extra opportunity at the $1 edition of Jackpot Hunter on that MegaSota game night. Not to mention they have a Jackpot Jungle coverall that they end their night off with. It's the $1 edition, so in 54 balls or less, you get to take home $21,511, and that cash is at the amount before any of you even get enrolled.
Yeah, should be some fun stuff on that MegaSota game night, especially with it being just the third PGL night of this season 12.
Oh, yeah.
And then the fourth PGL night only comes one day after TwinsWinsDay. It's where me and Jordy hit back into the Twins studio from 7 to 9 on every single Wednesday, and we try and give out a bunch of PGL action. We have a fun high-low game. We have a bunch of tournament-style games that have mini jackpots in them, like the Vikings Victory and the Fishing Derby game. It's a lot of fun. I'll talk a little bit more about it, but we do have a winner.
That's right. Funk over at Carboni's Pizza C, our billiards, a big-time player right now in Jackpot Hunter, taking home yet another prize. $19.40 going out to you in this game number 3. Nicely done, Funk.
Yeah, the number 1 player in the Jackpot Hunter standings, just continuing to build his lead as they've gotten 2 wins already today.
Absolutely. They definitely have the funk.
But we're talking about TwinsWinsDay, and I was talking about all the great different games that we have. We have a variety of different games.
Yeah.
I mentioned the high-low game, the mini jackpot game, but the grand finale game may be one of my favorites, as there's $13,967 on the line in the Jackpot Hunter 25-cent edition. That means on a 25-cent card, you could take home that cash if you win it in 52 balls or less.
Absolutely. Make sure you guys are coming out. Each of our happy hour, not our happy hour shows, but our specialty shows happening that Tuesday night at 6:40 and Wednesday at 7, going till 9. Make sure you guys are signed up at pgl.world as well. That is the only way that you guys will be awarded those PGL points that got awarded on those nights.
Do you have any big players you're on the watch for tomorrow night, as that's our next big PGL night?
No. If you had the PGL list in front of me, probably I could name
I mean, half those players are going to be gone by the time the next list comes up.
That's right. Oh, no, I do have one I'm looking out for.
Okay.
Devoided.
Devoided. I think that's a great selection, as he's always at the top of a bunch of our lists and could easily make his way into the top 10 if he isn't already in the top 10.
He's in your top 6 right now.
Oh, he's top 6 right now? Okay, so we'll be watching out for him moving up in that top 6.
Him and Chapster were the only 2 players that held on to their standings and stayed in our top 10 coming into Wednesday.
Okay, I'm going to go with a big-time player that hasn't made an appearance in our top 10 yet, Sarah Honey.
All right.
I think she comes out on Tuesdays, a big Tuesday night player, and I think that she's always in the top 10 of our PGL standings, so I feel like it's a pretty good bet that she'll be back there once again.
So do you think we're going to see some returning players like Nixon, maybe even a little Forget UD?
Oh, yeah. I'm waiting for some of those longtime players to make their way back in. As right now, there's a lot of just players. It's a bunch of different
fresh
players.
PGL players.
Yeah, players that I've never seen before, different names and stuff like that. And so I'm excited to see if some of those old players that have been competing for a few seasons now, that consistently get in that top 10 for when they get back going into that top 10, is they're consistent, because that's the tough thing, is consistency in those games, because it's only 2 nights a week. Being out there those 2 nights a week is sometimes tough, and some of those players do a great job of it. We do just have 1-0. We are in this game number 4 of Jackpot Hunter with that major prize of $1,467, 48 balls or less to win. A minor prize of $161 you take home in 56 balls or less. That mega prize, $114,005 you take home in 48 balls or less. And the must-go prize, if you miss out on all those jackpots, you can take home a $26.40 must-go prize.
Alrighty, but we got some awesome national days to get into with you guys, and this first one is a World Day, and it is World Benzodiazepine Awareness Day. And each year on July 11th, World Benzodiazepine Awareness Day, other known as WBAD, raises global awareness about medically induced dependences on this substance. It's also a day to realize that the drug's adverse effects and that the withdrawal symptoms can even last up for years.
Yeah, it's always an important thing to highlight those kinds of medicines that cause dependency on them, and whether it's a big surgery, whatever it is, there's sometimes those medications are prescribed, and being able to avoid those is usually best bet, and if not, taking it properly is always a the safest way to do it.
Absolutely.
If there is. But we do have 46 balls dropped on this, as we are trying to give out this 56 ball or less minor. Doesn't look like we're giving out either the major or the mega, and we'll see if any of these people who are 6 balls away can take home this jackpot. But next up on our national day, as we got World Population Day. World Population Day on July 11th focuses on balancing a healthy human race and planet.
All right.
Yeah, the world population's really large right now. It's
and rising.
Crazy, and it continues to rise. We were looking at a graph of the world population earlier today, and 7.753 billion people were accounted for in 2020, and you go all the way back to 1960, where there was 3.032 billion people in the world.
That's crazy.
We do have a winner in this game, as we have Tom Ronda over at Friends Bar and Restaurant taking home that must-go prize of $26.40. Good job, Tom Ronda.
Nicely done. That was game number 4. We're about to begin enrolled in a game number 5.
Now, flying through these games, so keep on getting rolled, press, and play as these jackpots continue to grow as well. But
just like the world population.
Yeah, it does just continue to grow. We'll see if we can find some 10 surprising facts about the world's population.
All right.
Hopefully they're not too sad. The 3 most populous nations in the world will change. For half a century, China has been the most populated country in the world. This will change as India is expected to overtake China by 2022. Additionally, the United States will lose its 3rd place spot to Nigeria.
Very cool.
Yeah.
No, I don't know if it's necessarily cool, but it's just really interesting.
Yeah, I've always heard that China was the largest in population, but it looks like India is slowly surpassing them.
Yeah, and actually, out of the 10 most populous countries, Nigeria has the fastest growing population.
Wow.
It is the 7th most populated country in the world, but that will quickly change as that growth rate is at about 2.6 per year, the highest among all 10 populous countries in the world.
That's crazy. 9 countries will account for half of the population growth as the world inches closer to 10 billion people. Some nations will play a larger part than others. India, Nigeria, and the Democratic Republic of Congo, Pakistan, Ethiopia, and the United Republic of Tanzania, the United States of America, Uganda, and Indonesia will contribute the most to population growth from now until 2050.
All right. Yeah, no, the African population is growing, but the European population is shrinking. The amount of young people that currently live in Africa will make a substantial difference in the world's population. The number of people who will reach adulthood in the coming years ensures that the continent will experience significant growth by 2050. Europe will experience the opposite. In fact, all European countries are experiencing fertility below what's needed to maintain the current population levels, meaning that not enough babies are being born to replace the generation before them, and so it's therefore getting smaller instead of larger.
Wow, interesting. You've seen that as more of a trend where people are having maybe 1 at max 2 kids, or not, or none. Or I feel like that's been something that no generation has really gotten into, the whole entire no kids idea, and I feel like that's one of the more popular ideas right now, is just to not have any kids. Sixth fun fact. Monaco is currently the most dense population in the world.
Really?
The independent city-state of Monaco may be the 2nd smallest sovereign state in the world, but the population is far from small. Despite only covering 0.78 square miles, its population of 38,897 people, this evens out about 27,105 people per square kilometer.
That is a lot of people and not a lot of space.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Yeah, and millennials make up about 27% of the world's population.
Interesting.
Yeah. While millennials, roughly defined as people born between 1981 and 1997, make up a large portion of the world's population. In fact, about 2% of people worldwide are a part of this generation, and about 71% of millennials live in Asia or a sub-Saharan Africa.
Wow. Interesting. Nigeria currently has the youngest population of any country in the world. I think that's why there's so many projections of them getting into that third place spot. A nation median age means that half the population is older than that age. Meanwhile, the other half is younger. In Nigeria, the median age is 15.3 years old.
Wow.
That's crazy. While Nigeria has the youngest median age in the world, a majority of African nations have the median age below 20.
All right.
That's crazy. 15 is the median age.
Yeah,
that's not even conceivable, but that's some crazy world population facts. I mean, the world is growing all the time, and it's crazy stuff. We just watched Where's Monday, which is a crazy take on a society that's been overrun by population. We do have a winner in this game, though, before we talk about the movie we watched.
Yeah, that's right. We got Kimmy D over at VFW Brooklyn Park taking home that must-go prize, $28 going out to you.
Definitely some good stuff there, as these jackpots are going to be growing into this game number 6. Already game number 6. I was going to say game number 5, trying to pull us back, but already flying through these games. We got that minor prize. We're looking to get over $200 as you guys get enrolled already there. If it doesn't go out in this game number 6, it'll be clicking up from 56 to 60 balls or less. That major prize is at $1,512, 48 balls or less to win, and $114,000 on that mega prize, 48 balls to win. 2 minutes to get enrolled in this game. But cool. World Population Day. Next up is National 7-Eleven Day. I want to celebrate this one before it's up. On July 11th, one convenience chain celebrates this with specials on National 7-Eleven Day. Conveniently scheduled on 7-Eleven of each year, the day often features one of their signature items, the Slurpee.
Absolutely. So is this the day where you get to bring in the container?
No, this is the day where you get a free Slurpee when you go in.
Oh, okay.
Yes, you get one of those free little ones, and it was always a blast to go to.
Oh, 100%. I always got this confused with the day that you could bring in like a bucket.
Oh, yeah, that feels like it should be 7-Eleven Day,
right.
as that's one of my. I don't even know if they still do it, to be honest. And I think some people might have ruined it. And
that is such a shame.
I
used to take a little fishbowl.
Did you take a fishbowl? Is that what you would take? I forget what.
Me and my cousin would split
crazy
a fishbowl, but
we would. I think I just took like gallon jugs and stuff like that. That's what I chose for my carrying container. Was just a big gallon jug of Slurpee. It was a great time. It was awesome.
See, my brother, he just kind of like he would go and get a big gulp cup, but use the big gulp cup to fill with. To fill with Slurpee.
Okay. Feel like it's underutilizing.
That's what I always thought, but he was like, "It works out. Don't even worry about it." And I was like, "Okay."
I feel like if you're gonna go for it, go for it. Will was actually telling me, just because it brought up this crazy topic about getting as much that you can.
We never talked about our movie.
Possible. Yeah, we'll get back to our movie before we move on from too far off the topic.
Yes.
But he was talking about how some guy stole, I don't know, like 4 gallons of this certain
Slurpee?
kind of Mountain Dew from like a train after getting like a small cup, like a small pop cup, because he put a hole in the bottom and he stuck a tube into it, and it basically ran down.
Filled up like a bag.
And it had bags like in his pants and like his sweatshirt and stuff like that. And so he just stood there just filling up these gallons of like
Mountain Dew. Gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, and he got a bunch of Mountain Dew, you know?
Good for him.
Yeah, definitely.
That's some dedication to get some Dew.
That is some dedication. It was a special kind. It wasn't just regular Mountain Dew. I mean,
do you know what kind it was?
I don't remember.
Was it the lightning?
It might have been. But before we get too far, before this we were talking about World Population Day.
Yes.
And we just watched a cool take on if the population got too crazy, where they had to start implementing different rules and stuff like that. And it was Where's Monday. And
what happened to Monday?
It was very interesting. But
it's got Willem Dafoe in it, if you're curious.
It was. It did. It had some big time actors and actresses in it, but it was. It didn't necessarily catch me the way I thought it was. was going to. The concept of it was almost cooler than the actual movie itself.
Yes, I 100% agree. It was, I'll just tell you a little synopsis, if you will. And it was a dystopian society where they birth regulated, they were no longer able to grow crops, and so they started genetically enhancing the crops. And due to this, there was birth defects, and there was quintuplets being born and septuplets and just like abnormal amounts of like 5 children being born at once, and the earth couldn't handle it. And so they put in a 1 child per household rule, and that happened that a family was born with 7 daughters, all identical. And so he names them each day of the week, and on that specific day they got to go out into the world and take on a soul persona that all 7 girls took on. And it was really interesting. And then one day Monday goes out, and she's under the name Susan or Karen or whatever it may be, and she never comes home.
And it's all about figuring out what happened.
And then Tuesday's got to go out on Tuesday. And
we do have Kiev over at Blasco's Embassy Bar in St. Peter taking home that Musco prize of $27.60. Good job, Kiev, as we're about to get enrolled into a game number 7.
Yeah.
Already game number 7, so make sure you guys continue to get enrolled, press play. That minor prize is going to be clicking up from 56 to 60 balls or less. But I think the one thing that I wish, if it could have just changed genres, I would have been a lot more into that movie, as it was more of an action movie, and I was hoping for more of like a thriller.
Yes, there
not
wasn't
on the scary side of thriller,
like a psychological.
But yeah, exactly.
There wasn't a lot of twists and turns. It was pretty laid out of what was to come, but it was a very cool concept.
I know. I kept on shouting out a bunch of different twists and stuff like that.
Trying to make them happen, and I was just like, no, this is what's going to happen.
This is what's going to happen. And I expected so much more from it. It never happened. Well, World Population Day. We also, after that, talked a little bit about National 7-Eleven Day.
That's right. What's your favorite Slurpee flavor?
That's what I was about to ask you.
Really?
But, my favorite Slurpee flavor has to be an all Coke Slurpee.
Coke?
That has to be my favorite. Okay. But if I'm feeling a little zesty, I'll go with some kind of
zesty Slurpee.
Some kind of fruit Slurpee, then like a Mountain Dew Slurpee.
Like layered?
Yeah, layered.
Okay,
obviously.
you gotta specify.
No, that's why I'm saying each
one.
And then maybe like an orange Fanta Slurpee in there as well. That's what I'm gonna. That's my out of the box pick.
Ooh.
What's your picks out of the box, and then just classic?
They're both kind of boring.
Really?
Yes. Okay. So I have my go-to, my tried and true, my favorite Slurpee flavor, and it is blue raspberry.
Okay.
All right. But at a very specific movie theater in a very specific town, my hometown, I get the 50-50 cherry Pepsi Slurpee.
Okay.
And it is so good. It's the only time I'll get it, but
it's great.
Nothing really out of the box for me.
Awesome. Yeah. Definitely some great stuff. You never would go any kind of variety?
If I saw a fun flavor, I might try it, but it would take a lot for me to deter from my usual.
I'm actually like scarred from trying new flavors. I'm scared to.
Didn't you have like a bad experience with your siblings?
Ben actually brought it up on TwinsBingo with us.
That is so
about
funny.
Good old the white cherry.
White cherry, that's what it was.
White cherry. I'm scarred from it. I can't have anything white cherry afterwards. But every one of my siblings, we all got white cherry Slurpees, and we all ended up with food poisoning afterwards.
Oh.
And so it was just rotations going into the bathroom. It was terrible, especially with all 4 of us like sharing one bathroom. It was absolutely chaotic. As like other ones like pounding on the door, like, "Hey, get out! You need to get out right now!" And you're like, "Wait, I'm still dealing with this."
Yeah.
Oh, it was terrible. It was craziness. Well, happy National 7-Eleven Day.
Reminds me.
That was actually on the Bring Your Own Cup Day.
Was
I think.
Oh, okay.
Or it was a road trip. I'm not 100% sure on which.
Well, either way, it reminds me of the one and only time I've ever had a Monster. And it was me and my 2 cousins. We all split a Monster. We were all camping together. We were all like, whoa, we're teenagers. Let's drink a Monster and stay up, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And we all had to share a queen-size bed that night as well. And somehow one of those 2 girls, I'm pretty sure it was my cousin Caitlin. I'm pointing my finger at her. I'm accusing her right here, right now. She got us all sick. Every single one of us got the flu while camping in a tent.
Terrible.
It was horrible. full, and it's the only time I've ever had a monster.
Oh, my goodness. That sounds
Never again.
absolutely horrible. We do have 40 balls dropped on this one. Hopefully, we can give out this minor prize in 60 balls. 5 balls away for Brother Matt and J-Mac, so they are definitely in line to be able to take they're in line to be able to take home the major or mega
Let's
prize.
do it.
Well, if you take home one, you're taking home both.
It all.
So we'll see if that can happen. One ball to go right here. If it happens, it happens, and it doesn't look like it will.
Got my hopes up.
Clicking past it to a minor jackpot. We'll see if we can give that one out in 60 balls or less, as people are very, very close to giving this one out.
Absolutely.
But happy National 7-Eleven Day. Next up on our National Day list, we got National Mojito Day.
I was talking about this earlier.
Good old mojito.
Mojitos.
We'll see if we can give out this jackpot before I get into the description
Let's
of
go.
good old Mojito Day. We'll see right here, right now. And we are clicking past it, $43.80 on the Musco, it looks like, on this one. As we got a bunch of players, 1 ball away. We'll see who ends up getting the victory on this one.
Absolutely. But
I'm going to go with Sandbar.
I'll go Moose 7.
Moose 7, that seems like a good pick. It's always good to bet on Moose, but we got Sandbar getting the win just like I predicted, but not as cleanly as I predicted. At Shore 96, Sandbar, and we got J-Mac over at Monty's Sports Bar, splitting that win with Sandbar. Good job, J-Mac, as well as Sandbar, getting the victory on that one. $43 getting split up between the both of you. In this game number 6. We're about to get enrolled. 7. We're about to get enrolled into a game number 8.
Oh, yeah.
Keep on getting enrolled and press and play, as that minor prize still 60 balls or less to win. But National Mojito Day. Each year on July 11th, people across America raise a glass to mark National Mojito Day. The cocktail consists of white rum, sugar, lime juice, sparkling water, as well as mint.
This is probably my favorite cocktail ever.
Really? Favorite ever?
It is so good. And we over the 4th, we had made it, and I had muddled fresh raspberries in a round. We had a whole bunch of leftover watermelon. I did watermelon mojitos. Those honestly might have been my favorite.
The watermelon ones? They were super tasty.
Yeah, they were pretty good. And this is when I was talking about, instead of using the sparkling water, we ended up just using a lime or lemon seltzer, and it worked out beautifully.
It definitely did. It was a super tasty drink.
Yeah.
I was talking about how during the Twins broadcast, how mojitos, I think of them as the perfect summer drink.
They are 100%.
Like, I think if I'm imagining drinking any cocktail out on the beach or anything like that,
Mojitos.
Out on a cruise, mojito.
Absolutely.
Then I proceeded to ask Will, what is your dream mojito location? You can choose all the things. He chose on a beach, under a canopy, nobody around, with a singular dolphin out there swimming, and he's drank enough mojitos that he thinks it's 3 dolphins.
That seems serene.
That was Will's.
An absolute dream.
That was Will's dream.
Mojito
scenario. Yes.
Okay, and what was yours?
Mine was on a cruise. I didn't take as much time describing mine. I just said on a cruise.
You can elaborate here.
Elaborate on mine.
Yeah, I'm cooking up my dream scenario.
A cruise that has a surf simulator on it, so I can show off my surf simulating skills
while drinking the mojito.
While drinking the mojito. No, I'm right now watching other people, and I'm kind of like, talking I'm like, oh, I can do better than that.
Oh yeah, talking a big game.
Talking like I can do it really, really well while I'm sipping on my mojitos in this nice sun. I'm gonna say we are down in the Caribbean area. Okay. Yeah, that's where my cruise has taken me. Okay. And currently it is. It's sunset.
Sunset.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. There's sunset on a cruise.
In the Caribbean.
Getting in the Caribbean, getting ready to ride a surf simulator on the cruise. Yes, that's what I decided.
That's yours. Okay.
That's the dream scenario.
I like it. I think I might like Will's more.
His is definitely better, but I had to think of something different.
Okay, mine. Okay, ready for this? Picture it with me.
Okay.
All right, swim up tiki bar. the seats, like the stools that are in the water, swim up tiki bar. All right. All right.
Is there anybody else at this tiki bar?
No, just a lovely bartender that just keeps refilling my glass.
Okay. Doesn't even talk to you?
No. Maybe it's just like a here you go. No judgments. Just like we're here for a good time.
General niceness. Yeah.
Absolutely. There's music playing, a little nice summer tunes.
Okay.
All right. Maybe a little Jimmy Buffett. I don't know, probably not Jimmy Buffett.
I was Jimmy Buffett. I haven't heard that.
It's a summertime tune.
It is, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. But he's more a margarita man.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably that.
Are you swimming with a fish or anything? No fish?
I mean, I might be. It might be in an ocean swim up bar, but
yeah, that would be cool.
That'd be really cool.
That'd be cool. I'd be down for it. Definitely some fun stuff. Well, if you guys want to check in with your dream mojito situation, and we'll read it out on air.
Wow, we got a lot of national days.
Yeah, we really do. We do have 54 balls dropped on this one, meaning that we're creeping towards that 60 ball or less minor. We'll be seeing if we can give it out. If we don't, it'll be clicking over to the next game, growing from that minor from 60 to 64 balls or less. Should be some fun stuff. As we last opportunity to give it out, we've clicked over $76 on the Musco prize in this game number 8, and we'll see if we can give out that prize in the next one.
Yep, and there it is. Slappy over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards is taking home that Musco prize. A nice one to boot. $76.20 going out to you, Slappy, in this game number 8. Nicely done. We're about to begin rolled in a game number 9 already.
Oh yeah, and as you guys are getting rolled into this game number 9, I'm going to get into this next National Day, as it's All-American Pet Photo Day. All-American Pet Photo Day encourages pet owners to share their favorite pet photos. On July 11th, be sure to charge your camera and be prepared to take adorable pictures of your pets.
Wow, I feel like today we should have taken pictures or had people send in pictures of their dogs so we could have had them up on our enrolling screen.
Oh, that would have been so good.
The dogs of Pilot Games, just the animals of Pilot Games.
Yeah,
really.
I would have.
The pets of Pilot Games.
Yeah, so check in, guys. Let us see your awesome animals that you own, because it's All-American Pet Photo Day.
I want to see all your animals.
Do you have a personal favorite photo? And I know it's going to be of one dog in particular, Stella. She's hilarious and one of the most photogenic dogs I've ever seen. No, when I say that, it's a goofy photogenic.
She is the cutest dog in the world, but as soon as you slap a camera in front of her, she looks like a goblin. I don't know what is wrong with her.
Hilarious. Do you have a favorite one of those photos?
Yes, I do. I have a favorite photo of each of my dogs. All right? And one's a lot more carefree, and then Stella looks like just a weirdo.
Is Stella the one where she's sitting out on looking like a gargoyle, actually?
No, that's a funny photo, though, of her on my driveway. There's a little perch next to the porch that she sits on, and she literally looks like a little gargoyle. That's what my mom calls her. She's a little gargoyle guarding the house. But no, it's probably a photo about this close to her face, and it's straight on.
And her eyes are like cross-eyed of it.
She's like buggy-eyed, and she just looks like a little I don't even know how to describe her, but it's hilarious.
That's definitely a great photo.
But my other one is my very much more photogenic dog. He's beautiful, Maximus, and I have a convertible car, and I used to take him on rides all the time in my convertible car, and he would love it. And I have a photo of him perched up, wind in the ears, tongue
just
out,
having a great time.
He is so carefree and cute. And it was right before I got him his very first pup cup. It was a great time.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
We do just have 17 seconds till we get enrolled in this game. $504 on that minor prize. 54 balls or less to take it home. We'll see if we can give it out. That major prize is already at $1,741. 48 balls or less to win that one. And a mega prize of $114,207. 48 balls to take that one home as well. The Musco prize is at $98. So that means that jackpot will officially get over that $600 mark, meaning you guys will make that jackpot list. But my favorite pet photo, if I can describe it, it's a really funny photo of when we had our cats before we had our dog.
Yeah.
And when we got him as a pup, he would cuddle with
Mike and Harvey.
Aww. And would get in their cat beds with them, and it was super cute. And so that'll be my favorite photo of them. It's just an adorable photo that I can't. There's so many silly photos though that could be my favorite.
I have one specifically for Mike.
For Mike is your favorite? Does he look bugged out, or does he?
No, he is a very stoic cat. He's all black. He's a big boy. He looks like he means business, right? Well, I have a photo of him, and it's from like he's sitting on my chest, and it's like from here up at his face, like maybe 2 inches between us and the camera, and all you see is just like black, his eyes, and just like a little bit of his tongue sticking out.
I love it when he does that.
It's such a funny angle of him, and I love that photo.
Yeah, definitely a great one. Well, happy All-American Pet Photo Day. Maybe you guys can send those great pet photos. If we don't even show them off, it will bring us.
I'm still gonna look through all of them.
It would be great to see the photos. We do have 48 balls dropped on this one as a bunch of players, as Kimmy and Havoc are both 3 balls away. We'll see who can take it home. Brother Nat, Chipper 09 getting in that race as well. We'll see if this can happen, as we got a great next national day, National Blueberry Muffin Day. Definitely a tasty muffin day. But before we get into the description of this national day, we do have a... See anybody gonna win? I was gonna
got 4 balls left.
I was figuring that we could have it. I was thinking that before.
All right, who do you think it's gonna be?
Well, Chipper 09 is who I think it is. Chipper 09 over at Brian's Bar and Grill, taking home that $601 jackpot. Good job, Chipper 09.
Nicely done. That was game number 9. We're about to be enrolled in a game number 10 now. Nicely done, Chipper 09. That just means that you guys need to get that minor jackpot growing and rolling back up so we can get that ball count up past 52.
For sure. But we were getting into this next national day, National Blueberry Muffin Day.
That's right.
You want to tell them about it?
All right. Well, National Blueberry Muffin Day on July 11th gives a great reason to get up in the morning and celebrate. Americans love their blueberry muffins so much. It's their #1 favorite muffin flavor. Where it is a breakfast or a snack, blueberry muffins are a melt-in-your-mouth delicious.
Yeah, definitely a great day. Are you a big fan of blueberry muffins?
Absolutely, especially if it's got that crystallized sugar on top. Sign me up.
Yeah, definitely some great stuff. We do have the most popular muffins.
All right.
And so we'll start off from the bottom of the list.
And work our way up.
Yeah, work our way up the list.
Okay.
Okay, in 9th place, a good cornbread muffin.
Oh, that's so good.
That's somewhere up in the top of my list.
100%. Might be top 3.
I didn't even think of that as a muffin when I was thinking of muffins.
Oh, my goodness.
Cornbread muffins, top tier selection right there.
Tier.
I'm surprised it didn't make top 5.
Absolutely. But in our 8th place spot, though, we got carrot muffins. And you may not think of carrots as a muffin ingredient, but shredded carrots are a great natural sweetener packed with fiber, potassium, and antioxidants. It's basically just like a mini carrot cake.
Yeah, I've never tried a carrot muffin. I've tried carrot cake. Doesn't sound too bad. So definitely a good one. Lemon poppy seed muffins. This may be the #1 on my list.
Really?
I love a good lemon poppy seed.
That surprises me.
It's so tasty. Lemon poppy seed muffins are light, refreshing, and perfect citrus treat. Enjoy them for breakfast, dessert, or everything in between.
Absolutely love anything poppy seed. My grandpa gets a poppy seed loaf that's iced, and it is so good. My only gripe is that you get those poppy seeds everywhere.
Oh, yeah. I do not mind a good old lemon poppy seed. It's the perfect combo. It's so tasty.
Yep, well, all right. Next up in number 6 spot, we got apple cinnamon muffins. And apple is an popular ingredient in tons of classic desserts like apple pie, cobbler, or even applesauce. But apples are also a key ingredient in popular muffin recipes, including this apple cinnamon one.
Okay, next up, pumpkin spice muffins. Step aside pumpkin spice latte. Flavorful, tender pumpkin spice muffins are the way to go for a warm autumn treat.
Absolutely. Chocolate chip pumpkin muffins, chocolate chip pumpkin cookies. That might be my favorite.
It's up there.
So good.
It's up there. I don't know if I've found one that's past the lemon poppy seed for me, but it's definitely one of my favorites.
Me too.
Fourth up is triple chocolate muffin. If chocolate chips aren't enough to satisfy your sweet tooth, a triple chocolate muffin might do the trick.
My grandparents used to buy these triple chocolate muffins, and before I could even eat one, my brother would have eaten all of them already.
Every single one of them?
Because they used to get those 4-packs.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't be able to have one.
That's so disappointing.
Right?
That is very disappointing.
Rude.
I mean, I think they're so tasty.
Yeah, so that's when they started getting the blueberry muffins with the crystallized sugar on top and getting a 4-pack of those. And so my grandma and I would split those, and then Hunter could just
mow down on his
triple
chocolate muffins.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to get the ones that were it was like the 4-pack with the giant muffins in it. I don't know if that's what you were getting, but
I don't know. Mine were just grocery store ones.
There were like some giant muffins in it, and each one of my siblings, because I had 4 different ones, we each got one of those muffins, and it was so tasty. And the chocolate chip was definitely one of my favorites.
Well, next up we have a banana nut muffin, and that is a great one as well. I have them anytime I'm at a continental breakfast.
Okay. This is one of Will's favorite. This lands in his top 3, is the banana nut muffin.
Same with my brother.
He said it may be his number 1.
That's a big claim.
Yeah, big claim right there. And then the number one, we've already talked about it. It's the National Day, blueberry muffins. There aren't many baked goods tastier than a tender buttery blueberry muffin. Blueberry muffins are filled with sweet, juicy blueberries that burst with delicious flavor when you take a bite, and they help to keep the muffin ingredients moist. To give your blueberry muffin a bakery-style taste and appearance, top your treat with some coarse sugar or a classic streusel topping for a sweet, crumbly texture.
I am a sucker for some streusel.
Yeah, definitely. I think this just sounds really tasty. My top 3, though, from this list are not at all the top. It may be the top. Maybe one of the top 3. I'm gonna go with number 1, lemon poppy seed.
Okay.
Absolutely loved it. Pumpkin spice muffin, and then the triple chocolate muffin.
All right, we got Keeve over at Blasco's Embassy Bar taking home that must-go prize, $36.80, going out to you in this game number 10. Nicely done, Keeve. We're about to be enrolled in a game number 11. In my top 3 are probably cornbread, pumpkin chocolate chip, and then blueberry.
Blueberry. Okay, cornbread's number 1.
No.
Any order. You didn't give it a
pumpkin chocolate chip is probably number 1.
Pumpkin chocolate chip number 1. That's a good, especially during the autumn time.
That's so good.
Right now you're just catching you at the wrong time. It's too summery.
I know.
And once you get into autumn, you're gonna be so set on the pumpkin chocolate being your favorite.
I know. I'm gonna make them.
Oh, should be some tasty stuff. I can't wait to try them. Happy National Blueberry Muffin Day. Hopefully you guys can enjoy it on today. We do just have 1 minute and 50 seconds till we get enrolled into this game number 10.
11.
Game number 11. As we have a minor prize of $62, you can take it home in 56 balls or less. A minor prize of $1,791, you can take home in 48 balls or less. And a mega prize of $114,342, you can take home in 48 balls or less.
Absolutely. It's going to be a lot of fun, but we do have our next National Day to get into with you guys, and it is National Rainier Cherry Day. And National Rainier Cherry Day on July 11th recognizes the cherry variety named after Mount Rainier. In 1952, Harry Harry Fogel of the Washington State University developed the Rainier cherry by crossbreeding a Bing and a Van cherry of varieties.
Really? How interesting. I don't know much about, so we can...
I know for a fact whenever I get cherry juice, it's always Bing, but I never really check when I get full cherries what kind they are.
Yeah, well, developed in 1952, the Washington State University, the Rainier Cherry is a crossbreed between the Bing and the Van. It gets its name from the highest peak in the state of Washington.
Yeah, on Mount Rainier.
Yeah, really, really cool stuff. See if we can find anything else about them. There's other names for it.
But the genus is Prunus.
Yeah, definitely some interesting stuff. They kind of look more like apples, though, than cherries in the imaging of them.
Yeah, they're yellow-red in texture, almost like a peach.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely some interesting stuff there.
I prefer the deep red ones.
Yeah, they're sweet with a thin skin and thick, creamy yellow flesh.
Yeah, big fan. Do you know if they have a pit in them?
I'm not sure. Do they have a pit?
Probably. I think all cherries have pits.
See, do they have...
Most cherries have them.
Yeah, it would be my guess is that they have a pit. Okay, Rainier cherries, like a named variety of fruit, won't sprout from a pit. Rather, it is planted from the rootstock that grafts two variety of cherries together, the familiar Bing and the less known Van.
Okay.
Okay, so it looks like it probably still has a pit, but it cannot grow another Rainier cherry from that pit. You have to combine the two to be able to get that variation.
All right.
Yeah, well, happy National Rainier Cherry Day. Maybe you can have one on today. I don't know where to get them, but probably at your grocery store.
Your grocery store.
Next up is National Cheer Up the Lonely Day. Each year on July 11th, people across the United States make an effort to give someone a lift on National Cheer Up the Lonely Day.
Yeah, it's definitely a great one.
I had to explain to Will that being alone and lonely are very different.
Yes.
And that you can enjoy your alone time.
Absolutely.
And you are definitely not alone, like kind of thing. Like you're definitely not alone in the sense of being lonely kind of thing. And so today is more for those people that are struggling with being alone. I know grandparents feel that a lot, getting left behind and everything like that. And so today maybe is a day to go call grandparents, a parent, whatever it is, cheer up their day, or just someone that you know that is off doing whatever. I know during the COVID times, a lot of people got separated and everything like that, and you haven't seen a lot of people. And so maybe it's just a day to create some new connections, check in on people, make sure that they're doing good.
Absolutely. But that's actually really funny that you made this difference. But before I talk about this, we got a winner.
Larkin is over at Longville Municipal, taking home $15 on that Musco prize. Good job, Larkins.
I actually just watched a video of a girl talking about her long-distance relationship and how eating dinner at night can get lonely. And I was just thinking, I was like, I am pretty lucky and I'm pretty privileged. I do not get enough alone time to ever feel lonely.
Oh, yeah, no, I never do. I mean, between having 4 siblings throughout my whole life, sharing rooms, doing whatever, moving out, and then getting into a situation where I had a
3 plus roommates.
3 plus roommates throughout all of moving out. I've never had too much alone time.
No.
And so if anything, recently since we've gotten a place just to ourselves, I've had the most amount of alone time that I've ever gotten.
I know, because I'll just get up and leave the room.
As you just go to bed at like way earlier than I do sometimes. And so then I get my alone time for an hour and a half. And it's nice, but I definitely I'm definitely not a person that would like sitting alone for too long.
Yeah, I love my alone time.
It's worth it. It's a nice day. It's a nice time to refresh, recharge, whatever it is.
Just really decompress.
Yeah, it definitely is a nice time, especially during the busy summer months. It feels like we just get so chaotic in the summer where we're working, and then every weekend is going off to some new adventure.
Weekend, yeah, it's a lot to cram in, but it's a lot of fun, and I don't want to complain too much as it is a great time. We're surrounded by a lot of great people, but today is the day to remember if you aren't around a lot of people, it's the day to reach out to those who are lonely and maybe give a bit of compassion or companionship.
Oh, yeah, whatever it is. Maybe even set up a little dinner, lunch, breakfast, whatever it is.
Everyone loves a reason to go out and eat.
It definitely is. I know I love it's a great way for me to stay in touch with my grandpa. And I don't think he's lonely. I think he's off doing a bunch of different things. But
he's not lonely.
No, he's not lonely. But he just to stay in touch with him, I have to remake these plans all the time, but having a weekly
meal of some
breakfast
sort,
with him, and with our lives it sometimes doesn't happen every week, but we try and keep it on a weekly basis when our lives get back to normal. And so I'm really excited. This Thursday we finally are getting back to the regular schedule of getting breakfasts with him, and that's always a good time to be able to get together. And if he was feeling lonely, I hope that I can relieve some of that stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think it's hilarious. My grandpa's form of communication is email. It's like his texting.
Yes.
And so whenever you try and get in touch with him, you just don't even bother bother calling. Just send him an email, and he will register that and respond to you faster than you would have if he called.
Oh, it's funny
So
how that
funny.
works. Well, happy National Cheer Up the Lonely Day. Hopefully you guys can accomplish that on today. We do have balls dropping in this game number 12.
Yeah, I think so.
Game number 12, game number 13, somewhere around there. 17 balls dropped, and we're going to get into some Twins news as they are 49-40 during this season. Ryan Jeffers hit a tie-breaking run in the 6th inning, and the Minnesota Twins beat the Texas Rangers 6-5 on Sunday to avoid the 3-game sweep. Jeffers batted 9th in the order, hitting a scoring single in the 2nd. But the Twins ahead 5-4 with a drive off of Brox Burke. Jeffers was 5 for 8 in the series with 4 RBIs and 2 of his 7 homers this season.
We are officially in this game number 12.
Game number 12. Awesome stuff. But we had an awesome game for our Twins.
That's
and
right.
Hopefully they can continue on and bring that momentum after losing 2 in a row to the Texas Rangers.
Oh, it was Rangers.
They went out there, got the win, avoiding the 3-game sweep. And hopefully we can get that momentum and it can build into tomorrow's game, which we got the Brewers coming over to Minnesota to take us on at 6:40 p.m. But the Brewers are definitely not a team to just shake off, as they're the top of their own division.
Oh, are they?
Yes, they are right now first in the NL Central, and their record is right now, looks like they are 48-39 so far this season. So a very comparable record to what we have.
Absolutely.
As we are 48-40, looks like I think technically they have a slightly better record than us.
That's all right. We got River over at Poppers in Virginia taking home that must-go prize, $17.60 going out to you.
Good job, River. We're about to get enrolled into a game number 13, so keep on getting enrolled, press and play with that minor prize. Hopefully we can get it over $100 so we can click up from 52 to 56 in a game number 14.
Oh, yeah. Let's make sure that happens. You got $14 to grow that minor, and I'm sure it'll be doing so in the next couple minutes. And there it is, already over 100. But you got 2.5 minutes to get all your buddies, grab your cards, and get your plays ready to roll.
Definitely. Well, I won't be on air for tomorrow, so I want to make my prediction for this Twins-Brewers game. And my prediction of it is going to be a Twins victory over the very good Brewers. I'm going to go with a little higher than that, actually. I was going to say 5 was our Twins total, but I'm actually going to go 8. 8 as our Twins total.
That's a little bit more.
8-6.
8-6?
8-6. 2-point victory for our Twins with a high-scoring matchup with 2 very talented teams.
All right, I'll do...
You can wait for tomorrow, but you can make your prediction right now.
I'm going to make it right now. It's not going to be any more informed tomorrow.
Okay.
It'll be 6-3.
6-3. That should be a good game. So play the E-Tab game. Twins win. Send some luck over to our Twins. And even try your own luck at the Home Run Derby bonus round by picking a lucky batter to see if you can win some Grand Slam prizes.
Absolutely. But that time when I'm going to be making my second prediction is tomorrow during 12-1. That Twins bingo that you guys can play each day at lunchtime. While you guys are playing that, you guys are going to be taking home some great jackpots. But we are also going to be giving out some great points to count towards your Twiking Zone standings.
Oh, yeah, and those standings have been all over the place as we finally have an actual top 10.
Yes.
But it starts off in 8th place because we have a 3-way tie in 8th place between Debbie Lou over at VFW Spring Lake Park, moving from unranked to these standings, and Keither over at Lucky's 13 Mendota, and Too Hot over at American Legion Pine City. They both got bumped back from 7th into this tie. They all have 11,000 points. With 12,000 points in 7th place, getting bumped back from 5th, we got Patriot over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards. Getting bumped back from 5th into 6th, we got Dale Dye over at Sgt. Pepper's with 13,000 points. Also getting bumped back from 4th into 3rd, we got Red over American Legion Fridley with 19,000 points. Doing all the bumping back was Scrub Eye over at VFW Blaine, who shot up from 7th into a 3rd place tie with Jules over at VFW Spring Lake Park. They both have 21,000 points. Another big riser from 6th into 2nd, we got Sinbob over at Corky's Bar South Haven with 23,000 points. And with 35,000 points in first place, we got Loser Dave over at VFW Spring Lake Park.
Absolutely. But on the location side of things, we start off in 10th place with Sergeant Peppers in Oakdale with 14,000 points. 9th place coming in from unranked, we got Bedrock in South Haven sitting with 15,000. Then we have a tie in 7th place, and it was a tie in 5th, but they both got pushed back. Now Corky's Bar in South Haven and American Legion Pine City are both tied up with 16,000 in that 7th place spot. 6th place, jumped up from 10th, is now Floppy Crappie over at Pokegama Township. They sit with 17,000.
Yeah, on the brink of getting knocked out of these standings, was able to save themselves by getting that 17,000 points. Definitely some good stuff for them.
Oh, absolutely. But in 5th place, coming in from unranked, we got our place on 3rd in Faribault with exactly 20,000 points. 4th place is VFW Blaine with 25,000. And then another unranked location coming in, jumping all the way up to 3rd. It's Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids with 27,000.
If any location was going to do it, it was going to be Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards. Just one of our biggest locations.
Absolutely. But in 2nd place, we got American Legion Fridley with 66,000. And in 1st place, it's VFW Spring Lake Park with 86,000.
Yeah. Former champs, ready to be champs again. It feels like they're just going to repeat once again in this season because they're running away with it. Already have a 20,000 point lead.
Absolutely.
But we do have 45 balls dropped in this game number 13. We'll be seeing if we can give out any of these prizes. 6 balls away for some of these players like Nunya, Mad Dog, Chappie, Kimmy D, as well as Rye N. We'll see if they can get any wins here. 2 balls to give out that minor prize. Or moving on, $18 Musco prize is what we're getting after now, as we got a bunch of players, just a bunch of them getting after it. And we have a bunch of ETAB games getting released all the time. But the ETAB we chose to listen to today is Cash Mountain. You can try your luck climbing up the Cash Mountain. And maybe you'll run into the Friendly Yeti. But before I get into more about that great game, we got a winner.
That's right. Howie over at Mama G's is taking home that $18 Musco prize. Nicely done. We're getting enrolled in a game number 13 now, where that minor is going to be clicking up from 52 balls to 56.
Yeah, good stuff. Well, hopefully we can see that go out in this next game. But let's talk about Cash Mountain. If you climb the good old Cash Mountain, maybe you'll run into the Friendly Yeti, or the good old mountain climber, or you'll just find yourself some big cash on the Cash Mountain bonus round. Or you can try the 50 different Charitable ETAB games. So many different options. Cash Mountain's a great one of the many variety of games that we have. Play anytime to win huge prizes up to $1,500. All games have small bets between 50 cents and $5. There's awesome bonus and free play rounds in those games as well.
Absolutely. We have such a different variety of themes for you guys to choose from. I guarantee you'll find one you love, even if it is just the cash you win while playing.
Yeah, it's a great time. Do you have a favorite ETAB game right now?
I'll say Make It Rain.
Make It Rain. Definitely a good one. Has been your favorite for a little bit now.
It's just a really funny one. I think it's hysterical watching Ben Frank get slapped in the face with his own $100 bill.
Yeah, it definitely is a little.
It's a fun one.
It definitely is a hoot. I'm going to go with my favorite right now being. There's so many good ones. Is it Scrooge is Safe?
Something like that, yeah.
It's something like that. I'm going to go with that one, the Scrooge-themed game. I think that one's a great game. And
super fun.
You know, a little bit of Christmas in July.
Yeah, I also, speaking of the Christmas ones we have, that Monster Moolah Xmas edition is super funny. I love those characters. All of our favorite Halloween characters all dressed up for Christmas.
It definitely is.
It's a lot of fun.
Definitely.
You don't see a lot of those crossovers.
No, you don't. You need more of them.
Absolutely.
We got 1 minute to get enrolled in this next game, so get enrolled, press play, and we got $142 on the line on that minor, 56 balls or less to win. Major prize of $1,855, 48 balls or less to win, and a $114,393 mega prize, 48 balls or less to win. But we got some music history to get into while you guys are getting into this game number 14.
All right. Well, today in 1969, David Bowie's Space Odyssey single is a Rush release to beat the moon landing, which happened 9 days later.
Yeah, everyone was obsessed with space during that time, and so a perfect release. Definitely an interesting one to get released, as it's all about getting lost in space and everything like that. And so, you know, maybe those astronauts were a little worried while they were listening to a little bit of Space Odyssey action while they were flying off.
Yeah.
I saw this funny thing where someone was talking about the moon landing, and he was like, yeah, you know, everyone believes the moon landing's fake and all that kind of stuff. And he was like, I know one thing for sure, that who's the guy that made the first steps on the moon?
Lance Armstrong.
Lance Armstrong. That Lance Armstrong had a ghostwriter.
Neil Armstrong.
Neil Armstrong. That's the name. Neil Armstrong.
Is Lance the cyclist?
Yeah, that's the cyclist. Neil Armstrong is the astronaut.
Neil Armstrong, American astronaut. Yes.
But that he was like, but no one could convince me otherwise that Neil Armstrong didn't have a ghostwriter. That he did not make up the whole entire one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind, because that's the perfect quote for first steps on the moon. There's no way, as
he
just
coached.
A regular guy who's just trained up to go into space and stuff like that, goes in there, and as a regular guy, in my head, that wouldn't be my first thought. My first would be, holy guacamole, I'm on the moon, would be my first words on the moon, not
oh man, this is cool.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to say something stupid. I'm not going to say the perfect line for that moment.
Well, they probably coached him. They were probably like, hey, you are going to be recorded as you land on the moon. Yeah, make sure you make it good.
He had a ghostwriter. Someone else wrote that for him. They told him to say that.
You think?
I'm convinced of it. There's no way. Even if you thought of it yourself, it's like, you know, going in to pick up a girl. When you go up with the pickup line in your head, it never comes out the same. And so that's the same way I think. If you're stepping out on the moon, it's 10 times that. And so you're not thinking straight. You're stepping on the moon for the first time.
That's hilarious.
Someone told him to say it. He had to say it.
Yeah, no, I mean, it would make sense.
You know, you can believe whatever you want about the moon landing, but I will stand on a hill that he had a ghostwriter.
That is hilarious.
Well, definitely some fun music history. We do have a multiple-time winner during these games, Howie over at Mama G's, taking home that $27.20 Musco prize. Good job, Howie.
Nicely done. That was game number 13. We're about to begin enrolled in game number 14.
Yeah, well, definitely a fun one on this music day in history, as Space Odyssey was released, Rush released, right before the moon landing happened 9 days later. In 2009, though, Boom Boom Pow spent 12 weeks at number 1, is replaced by another Black Eyed Peas song, I Got a Feeling.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Definitely some really good stuff there. I gotta actually pull up some stuff because we were talking about some of their top songs and how they hit the top 100s, because me and Will were talking about how they're not necessarily what I'd call like any of their songs being some of the greatest songs of all time or anything like that, but the amount of songs that made it into the top 100 were so ridiculous that it becomes like Black Eyed Peas are one of the greatest bands to be out there.
They were huge in early 2000s.
They had so many big songs, and let me see. Here it is. We got it right here. As here's some of the biggest. This is the longest that they were able. Rock That Body was on the Hot 100 for at number 9. That was when it peaked at.
Okay.
Peaking at number 8, we had Where Is the Love.
Good one.
Peaking at number 7, we had Meet Me Halfway.
Might have been my favorite.
Okay. The other one is Don't Mess With My Heart.
Don't Funk With My Heart.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
No. Peaked at number 3.
Okay.
Also peaking at number 3.
Okay.
My Humps.
Big time.
I'm surprised it never reached number 1, to be honest.
That's really surprising.
I'm a Bee. Peaked at number 1.
That's a good
Held
one.
on to it for 2 weeks. Then Boom Boom Pow was on the Hot 100 at number 1 for 12 weeks. And then I Got a Feeling followed that up. And right after, like you said, like we talked about this music history, 12 weeks of Boom Boom Pow, then 14 weeks of I Got a Feeling at the number 1. They held on to the number 1 spot for 30. I'm getting this wrong. No, I'm off. 26 weeks. For 26 weeks straight, they had the number 1 song in the Hot 100.
That's insane.
Yeah, absolutely ridiculous. Just dominated during their time. My favorite Black Eyed Peas song. I'm going to have to look at more than just the ones that we had on that list, as the Black Eyed Peas have some more that are really big ones for me. What's terrible is that whenever I think of the Black Eyed Peas, I don't think of their songs. I think,
what do you think of
when will.i.am made his appearance in the X-Men series. And gets killed off really quickly in the terrible X-Men Origin Wolverine movie. But
I thought it was First Class season.
No, he's in X-Men. He's in Origins Wolverine with the original Ryan Reynolds Deadpool and all.
Okay.
And you had Wolverine's brother in it as well. Mm-hmm. Definitely was an interesting.
With the claws.
Yes. But, let's look at Black Eyed Peas songs.
All right.
No need to talk about will.i.am's great movie performances. Pump It Harder, Let's Get It Started, Don't You Worry, SOS, Girl Like Me. There's so many. There's so many that I know, word for word. I'm going to go with, I'm a B.
I'm a B. That is a good one.
That's one of my top one, and one of my other top ones purely because it's one of the iconic songs from Just Dance for me is "Pump It Harder."
Yes,
that's an iconic one from Just Dance.
Absolutely, that is a good one. Mine would probably my all-time personal favorite would probably "Don't Funk with My Heart," but I love "Meet Me Halfway" and my best friend from high school. Anytime we were going out doing anything fun, she always had this superstition that if we played what's the song? It's the Go Up. What is it? Oh my goodness, now I'm blanking on it. I Got a Feeling. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I Got a Feeling.
I Got a Feeling. I couldn't think of it for a sec. And it was like, anytime that song plays, it's gonna be a good night. And I was like, well, you got a feeling, Danny?
You got a feeling?
Yeah,
That's hilarious.
It's gonna be a good night.
We do have a winner in this game, Suggs, over at Jimmy's Food and Drink, taking home that $23.40 must-go prize. Good job, Suggs, as we're getting enrolled into this next game. And we're seeing if this minor prize can get over $200 while we get into it. If we don't give it out in the next game and it's over $200 in the next game after that, it'll be clicking up from 56 to 60 balls or less. But definitely some fun days of music history. But we got even more fun PGL news. I know you're asking me, how could this be more fun than Boom Boom Pow?
We're getting enrolled in game number 16 already.
Already game number 16. Get enrolled, press play. But what's more exciting than Boom Boom Pow? A PyCon announcement.
Ooh, yes,
and if you guys want to get all the announcements about PyCon, you got to be signed up at pgl.world, become a member of our league, get insider information, including a monthly newsletter that has so much great information in it. The last newsletter that just went out was all about PyCon, and you want to tell them a little bit about what it said?
Absolutely, and PyCon 2022 is happening Thursday, September 15th. We are going to be back at the Ledge Amphitheater in Waite Park. We had such a great time out there last year, and this year's special musical guest is legendary ZZ Top, selling over 50 million records of rock and roll. The Hall of Famers will be playing their hits at a very special private event just for you guys. Come on out and hear all of the new products and games that we are going to be having going on at Pilot Games. You get to meet with legislators and hear some great tunes. Registration is free for players and is a requirement for entry. We will be sending out registration details shortly, so stay tuned to your email and make sure you're signed up at pgl.world.
Definitely some some awesome stuff there. I mean, I'm so excited to be able to get out there for PyCon.
Oh, if it's anything that like last year, it is going to be amazing. Last year was so much fun. We had Willie Nelson and his son Lucas playing. We had Famous Dave himself giving out barbecue. It was a great time.
John Randall was there.
John Creasel was there. Oh, yeah, John Randall was there.
Yeah, were you trying to correct me?
I was like, get our guest speaker's name correct.
Yeah, no, John Randall, the most important person of the whole night, was there. Well, for me,
Ian got a little fangirl moment. He was excited to meet him.
Hall of Fame football player. I'm gonna go crazy about it.
It was a
big deal. It was. I had a little geeky moment when I met him, and he definitely thought of me. Interestingly, he could just tell I was very excited
you knew
about
his career.
it. Yeah, I was
just reciting his stats.
I know I was.
Him.
I really was, and just because I was excited, I couldn't help it. I was in front of John Randall, part of the Purple People Eaters. I mean,
wow,
it's intense stuff. We got just 5 seconds till we get enrolled in this game number 16. You said
something like that.
Game number 16. Make sure you guys are getting roll, press, and play. If we don't give it out in this game, that minor prize will be clicking up from 56 to 60 balls or less, so don't miss out on it. But we got a bunch of players that did get signed up at PGL.World.
That's right.
And we got to highlight those great names.
All right. Well, we had Adam Fritz. We had Donna Ray. We had Barbie 39. P. Canny 111. We had Arctic Bully and Mo, Dilly Bars, D. Howe 1990, True Blood 1 on the DL. That's funny. Jojo H, Soup Chuck. We also had KD Doctor 1977, Mary Ann Duck Hunter.
Definitely some great names out there. You said Soup Chuck was your favorite of today?
Yes.
Is it staying with Soup Chuck?
No, I now get the reference that it's on the DL or the DL, and I like that a lot.
Yes.
I like Soup Chuck a lot.
See,
Don't get me wrong.
said on the dial. It could work. It could work that way as well. But I think you're right.
Say, I don't think you're right.
You're 100% right. But it's spelling works wise.
Yeah. It's a creative take.
I said Dilly Bars, but I'm gonna go with Arctic Bully as my favorite on this.
You know what it reminds me of?
The Ant Bully.
Yes. 100% it does.
Well, that's the first thing it made me think of too. I've only watched the movie maybe once or twice, and it was in like daycare when I watched it.
I was gonna say I haven't seen that movie like ever.
Yeah, the only times I've watched it is I think
we just spoke about it the other day.
Like
I think.
youth group like stuff where like they put you in a room while the parents do other stuff, and then they just throw on like Barbie or something.
Ant Bully was one. Watch that.
Yeah, Ant Bully was one of those movies that would randomly pop up, and I think that was the only time I even when I was a child watched Ant Bully.
Yeah, I think I've maybe seen it once.
Yeah, but Arctic Bully makes me think of it, and so maybe he's doing the same thing to those polar bears. I don't know why. We do have 60 balls dropped on this one. That means we're working on a $40.80 must-go prize as a bunch of players. Well, Cold as Ice is getting the win over at Municipal Liquor Store Akeley. Good job, Cold as Ice.
It was cold as ice. Yeah, nice job.
Ready to sacrifice. Definitely some great stuff there. But we do got some PGL standings to get into. Those players who just got signed up will now be competing for those standings. And in 10th place, we got Chapster over at Moe's with 71,915 points. 9th place is Louie over at Eagle St. James with 74,890 points. With 76,370 points. In 8th place, we got BNN over at Max Park Place. 7th place is Chrissy Boss over at Neighbors Route 75 with 78,360 points. With 88,800 points in 6th place, we got Devoided over at the Roadside. 5th place is SDS over at Suds Tavern with 93,485 points. With 94,375 points in 4th place, we got OE50 over at Stanchion Bar. 3rd place is Burgar over at Rusty Nail Thief River Falls with 104,075 points. With 104,160 points in 2nd place, we got Jay Stads over at Harper Inn in Garrison. And in first place, we got Lucky in all caps over at Herbie's Bar with 104,510 points.
All right, well, on the location side of things, we start off in 10th with Shooter Saloon and Eatery St. Cloud with 214,445 points. 9th place is VFW Northfield with 216,045 points. But with 235,380 points in 8th place, it's Trails Grill in Big Lake. Then in 7th, it's the Rusty Nail Thief River Falls in Thief River Falls with 249,785 points. 6th place is previous champions Poppers in Virginia with 266,555 points. 5th place is Crazy J's Bar and Grill and Sock Center with 299,705 points. 4th place is Miltona Liquor Store with 366,275 points, but with 369,825 points. In 3rd place, it's Mabel Liquor Store. 2nd place is VFW Dilworth with 424,610 points. And then in 1st place, it is Howie's Sports Bar and Grill St. Cloud with 443,860 points.
Definitely some awesome location and player standings. You got some players and locations to be watching out for. You already said devoided for the player side, and I said Sarah Honey. What about on the location side?
Poppers in Virginia.
Poppers in Virginia. I'm going to go with VFW Northfield.
All right.
They're right now in 9th place, and they were one of the top locations last season, and I just expect them to repeat that once again.
Okay, well, we are officially in this game number 16. Game number 17?
Well, you know better than I'm going to guess game number 16. Just, guess low and hope for the best. We got 21 balls away for some of these players. We'll see if we can give it out. That minor prize is clicked up from 56 to 60 balls or less. We'll see what if anyone can get it at that amount. If we don't give it out, it will continue. That jackpot will continue to grow into a game number 17.
I think this is game number 17.
Oh, we're growing to a game number 18 because we are in game number 17. But as we're in a game number 17, we're going to get into some wild news as we got some draft grades. The first one on Liam Ogren. Eric D. of SB Nations on the forecheck. I'm guessing some kind of podcast or something. He gave it an A+. I'm higher on Ogren than most, so I'm not too surprised he was available here. Although I didn't think he would be the last of his line mates to be selected, I think there are elements to his game that could allow him to swim, not sink in the NHL next season. Ogren was my 8th ranked prospect. So, I mean, a guy had him ranked at number 8, and we got him at number 19 in the draft. I think that's a great value for our pick, and that's what you got to do when you're selecting later in the first round like that.
All right. Well, the second one they're taking a look at is Danila Urov, and Adam Herman of Bleacher Report gave him a grade A+. Urov is a complete winger. He has a puck poise, scoring ability, a strong work ethic, and a high hockey IQ. He fell at least in part because of the concern about the Russian politics and how they may affect his ability or his availability, but even when accounting for that, Urov is a steal at the 24th overall.
That's great. I mean, I saw a lot of really good grades for this pick. This was people were saying this was one of the better picks of our draft, and I can't wait to see what this guy can produce. As slipping back to the 24th overall pick, you wouldn't think you'd get a contributor, but he could be that with everything going on with Russia.
Yeah, but we do have a winner in this round.
T. Suich over at Roadside, taking home that must-go prize of $57.20. Good job. You got a better way of saying that?
No.
T. Suich, now we are getting enrolled into a game number
18.
18 already, game number 18 with that minor prize still growing, not clicking up from 60 to 64 just yet, and so we'll have to win it in 60 balls or less, and if we don't in this game number 18, it will be clicking up from 60 to 64 in game number 19.
Absolutely, but if you guys want to show some support for our Wild, you can absolutely do so at any time by checking out the awesome eTab game, Let's Go Wild. Even check out that Slap Shot bonus round and take home some of those huge prizes.
For sure. But as you guys are getting enrolled into this game number 18, I got a fishing report to talk about as we check in with the Bemidji area lakes by Explore Minnesota on July 7th. Fishing is heating up for certain species as water continues to warm in Bemidji area lakes. Live bait rigs with leeches or crawlers are key for those pursuing walleye. The deep weed edges and sharper breaks are giving up fish, but some walleye are also being pulled from depths of 35 feet. To locate walleye, troll spinners with crawlers or leeches. Once you locate, work them using live bait rigs. Lots of smaller northern pike are coming from the shallows, but the larger northern pike are being pulled from the deeper weed edges and sharp, deep breaks. Bass fishing is great for anglers working plastics along with deep weed edges. Throwing spinner baits on topwater lures into the shallow areas, shallow early in the morning will also turn some fish. Crappies and bluegills have moved out of their summer haunts of the deep cabbage for the most action. Slow rolling small jigs of and plastics through the cabbage weeds. Please remember to practice selective harvesting. By doing so, we will continue to have great fishing for years to come.
Absolutely. But as you guys know, while you're out in the water, you guys take a whole bunch of pictures while with your big catches. We want you to do exactly that with Pilot Games, whether you're catching a big jackpot, one of your favorite E-Tab games you're just holding up, or just with your best buddies having a good time. We want to see your smiling face. So you can send in all those amazing player pictures on our Facebook page, any social media with the hashtag Pilot Games, or you can email them us to jackpots@pilotgames.com. We got 7 seconds to show you an awesome player picture.
Yes, if I can get it up in time. There it is.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Crazy kid taking home an awesome jackpot.
That was a great crazy kid picture right there. And we got balls dropping in this game, number 18. That minor prize already over $400. And so if we don't give it out in 60 balls or less, it will be clicking up from 60 to 64 for sure. But if you miss out on it, you'll also be taking home a Musco prize of $93.60. But might as well take home the Musco and the minor in 60 balls or less.
Absolutely. But we do have some Vikings news to get into. And even at the age of 33, Minnesota Vikings legendary defensive back Harrison Smith is still one of the best safeties in the NFL. In a list compiled from league executives, scouts, coaches, and players via ESPN.com, the 6-time Pro Bowler found a spot in the top 10 players at his position heading into the 2022 season. Granted, he did drop a couple spots from last year when he landed at number 5 on the list, but it's still remarkable that he's managed to survive the test of Father Time as a ranked number 7 player in the updated rankings.
Yeah, that's awesome. You absolutely must account for Smith as a player. You absolutely must account for on every snap. The list of safeties that do that is pretty short. One offensive line coach said, per ESPN Jeremy Fowler, guys like him are still hard to find.
All right.
Yeah, I think he's one of the best in the game. I think even the 7 guys ahead of him, you wouldn't necessarily take above him just because of his mental prowess and just the ability to help out the entirety of the defense. He is just a savant at the game. That's probably the best you can say it, as he just is all over the field all the time, making offenses adjust for the abilities that he does have. And I can't wait to see what he's going to look like in this new defensive system, with us putting more pressure on the quarterback with all different angles for these different pass rushers. Him being able to take advantage of that and get those picks and get those pass deflections, I think will even increase this upcoming season.
One ball off. We got Kimmy and MCS both splitting up that Musco prize of $93.60 in this round number 18. Nicely done. Round number 19, that means that minor is going to be clicking up to 64 balls or less, and you guys are going to have a huge jackpot on your hands to take home, so hopefully we can give out in this next game.
Yeah, hopefully we can. I mean, a large jackpot, going to be well on its way to $500, but I mean already over $500 after getting everyone.
I think this one is going to be an over $600 jackpot we're giving out. So hopefully you guys will grab your friends, get your cards, get enrolled. You got 2 minutes to do so, and let's give out this jackpot in game number 19. But in the meantime, if you want to show some support for our Vikings, we've teamed up with them for the awesome E-Tab game, Vikings Victory. We all know and love it. It's an awesome E-Tab game. You have your friendly Viking in US Bank Stadium behind you, and you guys will get to take home some great prizes, especially if you pick that lucky letter in that skull bonus round and get to take home those awesome prizes.
Yeah, you think you could throw an axe like a Viking?
Probably now.
No?
I'm pretty well versed.
Yeah,
if
I mean,
know.
you are known by our CEO as the Axe Queen, and so that's
no big deal.
That's kind of cool stuff.
I've only thrown axes once.
Yeah, was that your only time
Yes,
ever doing it?
Ever.
Well, you picked it up. You got it down by the end of it.
The guy was very patient with me.
He definitely was. He was quite talented at it.
He was so cool at it.
Yeah, he definitely.
And I think I got a lot more than like whatever the $10 we spent. We ended up playing. We ended up throwing axes for probably like what 30, 45 minutes.
I have no idea, but
our company dinner was done by the time I was still going.
And that's why you got the name Axe Queen. Is because you just threw axes for the entire company dinner.
It wasn't the entire company
No, you
dinner.
didn't. You didn't. But I think it was super fun.
Yeah.
And
I've always wanted to, and I saw the opportunity. I had to take it.
It's definitely a fun one. I still am so surprised that our Vikings helmets were like number 15 in like top NFL helmets.
I know.
I just have to bring it back to that article that we read just like a week ago.
Seems
silly. The Vikings helmet, top tier helmet. Let us know where you think the Viking helmet ranks. I say it's somewhere in the top 5. It's somewhere in the top 5.
I'd have to look at other helmets to compare, but I think it's probably up there. I mean, we've got some of the best colors in the entire NFL.
Oh, for sure, some of the best colors. And then when you talk about history behind the helmet and everything like that, I feel like we have some of the better history as well. But
this minor is almost $600 before we're even getting enrolled, guys. This is going to be a great one. Make sure you guys are getting enrolled. You have less than 10 seconds to do so.
Yeah, and if you guys get the win, you'll be earning points towards the Jackpot Hunter standings.
That's right.
Our standings sit like this right now. In 10th place, we have a two-way split between Dustball 75 at Charlie Sports Bar and Grill and B-Wana over at Otter Saloon. B-Wana getting bumped back from 8th place. Dustball 75 moving from unranked to that spot. They both have 6,000 points. 7,000 points for this tie in 8th place, both getting bumped back from 4th. We got Kirby over at American Legion Fridley and Slappy over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards. Moving from unranked to 7th place, we got FJB over at Tankers Bay Bar and Lanes with 8,000 points. Moving from unranked to 6th place, we got Tesla over at Friends Bar and Restaurant, getting that huge win over the weekend, getting them 9,000 points. 10,000 points for the 3rd place three-way tie in 3rd place. Moving from 4th into this three-way tie, we got Wolfstein over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards. Both of these other players got bumped back from 2nd in the 3rd. We got Jay Surma at Grumpy's Bar and Grill in Roseville and Crazy Kid over the Tasty Pizza Hangar 45. They all have 10,000 points. 11,000 points for the 2nd place player who moved up from 4th into this spot. It's O. Lars over at Anamia Vets Club. And in 1st place, we got Funk over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards with 22,000 points.
Definitely the player to mess with. He has been getting a ton of plays even consecutively today. Funk is definitely leading the leaderboard and just proving what it takes to stay on top.
Oh, for sure. But we have 45 balls dropped on this one already. We got players 5 balls away. Do you have any player that you've been looking out for while we've been rolling through this game?
Well,
Spartan.
Let's take a peek.
Feel a little Gerard Butler in me. Spartan.
I'll go Rufus. I also like Pogo.
Boat Racer 19. That's who I'm going for. Big time player. He's been around for a long time. Since our PCS season was when I first found out that it was Boat Racer 19.
Yes.
I see Sarah Money's out there. My predicted player to be joining in those PGL standings this week. We'll see if she can do so. We'll see 2 balls away as we creep towards the 64 ball count, and there's the winner. Split win between Havoc at Big Louie's Bar and Grill and Boat Racer 19 over at Chanticleer Pizza Coon Rapids. They're both splitting up in over $600 jackpot, over $700 jackpot in that one.
Yeah, $739, $740.
Yeah, really good stuff for those players. We're going to be taking a break for this next game, and we'll be back for a game number 22.
21 or 22.
Yeah.
Hey guys, guys. And if you're coming out each and every Tuesday and Wednesday for our specialty nights, you guys have been earning those PGO points for season 11, and we have our final standings of last season, and I can't wait to go over them with you guys.
And in 10th place, we got Sloppy over at Malone's Bar and Grill with 1,308,305 points. With 1,328,865 points. In 9th place, we got Mouse over at Poppers. 8th place is Nixon over at VFW Roseville with 1,408,720 points. With 1,421,174 points. In 7th place, we got Sarah Honey over at VFW Austin. 6th place is Bucks over at Rustic Saloon with 1,438,500 points. 1,643,620 points. In 5th place, we got Brizo over at the Underground Bar and Grill. 4th place is Big Dog over at Rustic Saloon with 1,742,925 points. With 1,876,370 points. In 3rd place, we got Forget You D at VFW Austin. 2nd place is Keith over at Billy's Rockford with 2,272,330 points. And the winner, the person getting their name engraved on the Pilot Cup, is Bam Bam over at Stewartville Legion Post, who is able to accumulate 2,789,475 points during that season 11.
That was impressive to watch, but I'm going to hop right into the final location standings for this season 11. And right into 10th place, we got LG's in Miltona finishing off with 5,136,205 points. Now in 9th, we had Neeson's Gaylord with 5,344,750 points. 8th place ended up being Howie's Sports Bar and Grill St. Cloud with 5,440,154 points. Atomic Star Tavern in Mankato finished 7th with 5,592,524 points. While in 6th, it was VFW Northfield with 5,750,145 points. Then right ahead of them into 5th place, we finished off with American Legion Cleveland with 5,978,899 points. 4th place ended up being Blasco's Embassy Bar in St. Peter with 6,895,085 points. 3rd Rail Bar and Grill in Big Lake finished 3rd with 6,933,459 points. 2nd place ended up being Billy's Rockford with 8,356,859 points. And our number 1 location finishing out this season was Poppers in Virginia. They finished with 8,673,147 points.
Well, congrats to those number 1 player and location, Bam Bam at Stewartville Legion Post and Poppers in Virginia. Can't wait to see their names on that Pilot Cup, but I can't wait to see the new players that are competing for that number 1 spot in this season 12. So make sure you guys are coming out Wednesday and Tuesday night to earn those points.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library. to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
Hey guys, and we love our Jackpot Hunter games, especially the $1 edition that runs from 4 all the way till 6 o'clock, where you guys earn great cash money as well as points towards our Jackpot Hunter standings.
Absolutely, and we have the final standings from Season 11 to get into, guys, as you guys competed all season long for them. And starting off, finishing in 10th, we had Lars over at Anamia Vets Club, finishing with 60,000 points. 8th place ended up being a tie with Brother Nate over at Carboni's Pizza and Sports Bar Burnsville, tied up with Kev at the Deer Stand. They both finished with 61,000. Then in 7th, we got Kimmy over at the Double Wide with 64,000 points. Then we had a tie in 5th between 2A Girl at Jimmy G's Bar and Elsa at Titan Sports Saloon, both with 69,000. Then in 4th place, it's Crazy Kid over at VFW Columbia Heights with 79,000 points. Not Lucky finished 3rd over at American Legion Fridley with 83,000. Then in 2nd, it was Bull over at Corner Bar in Goodhue with 151,000 points. And in 1st place, finishing out strong, it was Bobo, also playing at Corner Bar in Goodhue, but with 154,000 points.
Definitely. Hey guys, and we are back for this game number 21 of Jackpot Hunter, meaning you guys only have 3 more shots at these prizes you see in front of me. $50 on that minor prize, 52 balls or less, $2,257, 48 balls or less, and that mega prize at 48 balls or less, as well as at $114,802. Just 25 seconds to get enrolled. As you guys are earning points towards the Jackpot Hunter standings, I talked about the players right before we got off air, but we didn't get into the locations just yet.
No, we did not, but we also want to highlight the last player's winner in game number 20. Kim got to take home $20.80. Nicely done over at Municipal Liquor Store Mapleton. Nicely done, Kim. That was game number 20. Now we are officially 4 seconds away from game number 21. But those location standings, we start off with a tie in 9th place between Friends Bar and Restaurant in St. Cloud and Dugout Bar and Grill in Bethel. They both have 9,000 points. 8th place sits with VFW Coon Rapids with 10,000. While in 6th, we have another tie between Country Lounge in St. Paul and Mabel Liquor Store. They both have 11,000.
Mabel Liquor Store going from outside the standings into here. Big rise for them.
Oh, yeah, big time. But in 5th place, staying put, we had American Legion Fridley with 13,000. With 23,000 points. In 3rd place, though, we have a tie between Anamia Vets Club and Tasty Pizza Hangar 45 in Hilltop. 2nd place is VFW Spring Lake Park with 28,000, and in 1st place it's Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards with 53,000.
Yeah, good job to all those locations and players. We're going to get into these celebrity birthdays, though, as you guys got balls dropping in this game number 21. And in 1899, E.B. White, an American writer, he was part of the New Yorker, and he wrote Stuart Little as well as Charlotte's Web.
That's right. He is the author of several highly popular books for children. He also did The Trumpet of the Swan, and in 2012, a survey of school library journal readers, Charlotte's Web came in 1st place in their poll of the top 100 children's novels.
One of the best kids. I loved it as a movie. That was what I ended up watching it as, the 2006 movie rendition of Charlotte's Web, and then for Stuart Little, the live-action 1999 version. I didn't realize that there was a 3rd one, but it looks like it's an animated Stuart Little 3.
Interesting.
Yes.
I haven't seen anything past the 1st one.
You didn't see the 2nd?
I don't think so, no.
The 2nd one's a great one as well. The 1st one's the ship race, right?
Yes, the boat race.
The 2nd one is a airplane.
Really?
Yes, it's
I have not seen that one.
Airplane one. Really, really fun stuff.
Yeah, even E.B. White has won the Pulitzer Prize for special citations and awards.
Ah, that's awesome stuff. Did you watch the Charlotte's Web movie too?
Oh, absolutely. It's got what's her name? Dakota Fanning, I think. But we got Mikey Wins over at Broadway Pizza Bar in Chaplin, taking home that must-go prize. $21 going out to you in this game number 21. Pretty fitting.
Now we're about to get enrolled in game number 22, as all those jackpots will continue to grow. It's got a pretty big cast, as it's got Dakota Fanning, Julia Roberts, Steve Buscemi, Robert Redford, as well as many, many more.
Is Templeton the pig? Who's Templeton?
Templeton?
Templeton.
I'm not sure. Who is Templeton?
Templeton the rat.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, definitely a a fun celebrity birthday with E.B. White being the creator of Stuart Little and Charlotte's Web way before those movies ever came into existence.
Absolutely. Happy birthday, E.B. White. But also on this day in 1920, Yul Brynner was born, the Russian-Swiss Tony and Academy Award-winning stage and screen actor. He was in The King and I, as well as The Ten Commandments.
Ah, definitely some cool stuff there. We'll see if we got some more about him. Professionally known as, his real name is Yuri Borshkov Brynner. That's what he's known as, Yuri Brynner. Was a Russian, French, Swiss, and American actor, singer, director, producer, model, photographer, and writer. Best known for his portrayal as, King Tut in the Roger and Hammerstein stage musical, The King and I.
Absolutely. He's got a very distinct look to him.
He definitely does.
He was also in movies like The Magnificent Seven and the original one in 1960. He was in Westworld in 1973. He was in a movie I love called Cool Runnings.
Really?
Yeah, that's a Disney movie. Have you seen it? Where they're a bobsledding team?
No, I have not seen it.
It is pretty good.
That's awesome. Well,
they're like a Jamaican bobsledding team.
That's super fun. It's got what's his name in it? John Candy.
John Candy. It's Leon Robinson.
That's so fun. Well, happy birthday, Yul Brynner. Next up, born in 1934, we got Giorgio Armani, Italian fashion designer, made Armani, yeah. Armani is huge.
Yes. Giorgio Armani, commonly known as Armani, is an Italian luxury fashion house founded by Giorgio Armani, which designs, manufactures, distributes, and retails haute couture, ready-to-wear, leather goods, shoes, watches, jewelries, accessory, eyewear, cosmetics, and home interiors.
Awesome stuff. Happy birthday, Giorgio Armani. Definitely big-time name in the fashion industry and all that. Next up, born in 1953, we got Leon Spikes, American boxer, WBC, WBA heavyweight champion in 1978, Olympic gold lightweight light heavyweight champion in 1976.
Yeah, he is in his only 8th professional fight. He won the undisputed heavyweight champion in 1978 after defeating Muhammad Ali in a split decision that is considered one of the greatest upsets in boxing history.
Yes, and then the second one was they fought twice, and Spike signed for a rematch with Ali in Louisiana Superdome in New Orleans. The rematch took place on September 15th, 1978 for the World Boxing Association and linear heavyweight champion title. Ali reigned the title with a unanimous decision over Spikes.
All right, yeah, he also lost all of his front teeth while boxing.
Really?
Yeah. There's some really comical photos of him without his front teeth. Oh, my gosh.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy. I know this is one of the guys that my dad, who was really into boxing at the time, talks about a lot, as he is a just big-time name in the boxing world, especially with that giant upset he had over Muhammad Ali.
Absolutely. Well, happy birthday, Leon. Next up in 1959, we got Richie Sambora, the American guitarist known for his work with Bon Jovi.
Yeah, also for dating Cher.
He did?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's one of his big names to fame is dating Cher.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But we got Player as well as Easy Kibble.
I like that name.
Yeah, both of you guys are splitting up that Musco prize. $38.60 getting split between each of you guys. Nicely done in this game number 22. We're about to be enrolled in our final round of Jackpot Hunter.
Yes, final one with that minor prize. Clicking up from 52 to 56 should be some really fun stuff. So get enrolled, press play. Yeah, he's a singer, songwriter, producer, best known as the lead guitar for the rock band Bon Jovi from 1983 to 2013. He and lead singer John Bon Jovi formed the main songwriting unit for the band.
All right.
Happy birthday, Richie Sobrano. Next
Sambora.
up, Sambora. Next up, born in 1990, we got Caroline Wozniacki, Danish tennis player, won the Australian Open in 2018.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure about her
Caroline Wozniacki.
Yeah. Let's see. Former professional tennis player. She was ranked #1 in singles for a total of 71 weeks, including at the end of 2010 and 2011.
Very cool stuff.
So very good for her time.
Yeah.
But probably just hit her prime at the wrong time, as that was right during the prime of the Williams sisters. And it's hard to go up against Venus and Serena every time you go out to play tennis, as Serena is on a different world, and Venus was
very closely following.
During her time was very, very closely following.
Yes.
Didn't have the longevity of Serena, but killed it just the same.
Very impressive sisters.
And then when they were playing doubles together, ridiculous. We do have 58 seconds to get enrolled in this final game of Jackpot Hunter. Get enrolled, press play, and we're going to talk about why Rudy Gobert will be the Timberwolves' missing piece.
All right, well, with the interior defense, Gobert's lockdown paint protection and rebounding process will be a game changer for the Timberwolves from day one. Minnesota gave up a lot of second chance opportunities to opponents in the 21-22, but ranking 25th in the defensive rebounding.
Yeah, so I think he's an instant add to that. 25th in defensive rebounding. We need to be better than that to be able to win multiple games, and I think he brings that exact type of play for us. The next thing up is he fits next to Karl Anthony Towns, with Gobert presumably taking over the starting center and Cat moving to the 4. It will allow the two to thrive in their own roles and focus on doing what they do best. As arguably the best shooting big in the league, Towns can operate even more on the perimeter and create even better spacing on offense. Overall, the pairing of Gobert and Towns may be viewed as a gamble by outsiders, since two big lineups are something of a rarity in the NBA today. But there's a very real reason to think the Wolves may have struck gold with this move, especially consider how these two stars can complement one another on the floor.
All right.
Yeah, I think it fits. It's a match made in heaven. You get so many different things with both those guys being your bigs, and they both bring such a different variety of talents that it's going to be really hard to guard.
We got some funny player names out there right now.
We do. Ted Lakers out there. The Lakers are having a pretty rough offseason.
I personally liked the Busty Crust somewhere out there. There it is.
That is funny. Must be having some good breadsticks then. Yeah, we do have 38 balls dropped on this one, and as you guys are getting into this, we'll see if we can give it out 12 balls or less to do so, 56 balls or less to take home that minor prize, and I feel like that's what we're really going for during this game. If we miss out on any of these jackpots, we'll be moving on to a $33 must-go prize. But we have a little twiking zone standings to get into. And did I talk about the players last time?
I did.
Okay, well, in 8th place, we actually have a 3-way tie between Debbie Lou over at VFW Spring Lake Park, Keither over at Lucky 13s in Mendota, and Too Hot over at American Legion Pine City. In 7th place, we got the Patriot over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards, who got bumped back from 5th. Before I get into that, let's see if we got a jackpot. No, we are moving on to the must-go prize of $33. In 5th place, we got Dale Dye over at Sgt. Pepper's. 5th place, getting bumped back from 4th, we got Red over at American Legion Fridley. Moving up from 7th in the 3rd, we got Scrub Eye over at VFW Blaine, tied up with Jules over at VFW Spring Lake Park. 2nd place is Simbob over at Corky's Bar South Haven. As in 1st place, we got Loser Dave over at VFW Spring Lake Park.
That's right, but on the location side of things, before I get into them, we got a winner.
JLM as well as Us Two, splitting up that prize. Us Two over at TNT Billiards and JLM over at
Scoops Pub and Grill.
Scoops Pub and Grill. Good job to both those players splitting up that Musco prize in this game number 23. We're getting enrolled into the final game of this happy hour. A little bit of Lucky 4 bingo action. So get enrolled and press play as we go over the location side of this Twiking Zone standings.
Absolutely. And in 10th, we start off with Sergeant Pepper's in Oakdale with 14,000. 9th place is Bedrock in South Haven with 15,000. 7th place is a tie between Corky's Bar in South Haven and American Legion Pine City with 16,000. In 6th place, we got Floppy Crappie in Pokagama Township. 5th place is Our Place on 3rd and Faribault. 4th is VFW Blaine. 3rd is Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards. 2nd is American Legion Fridley. While in 1st place, it is VFW Spring Lake Park.
Definitely some crazy standings there in the Twiking Zone. But getting into movies that are released on today. And in 2007, we had Harry Potter, The Order of the Phoenix.
That's a good one.
I think this may be one of my least favorite of the movie series.
Really?
If I remember. Yes, this is one of my least favorite of the movie series. I think 4 and 5, it's not as good for me. I really like 1 through 3. And then the last final ones are really cool as well. But those middle ones, I feel like they were still trying to figure out the whole entire, that they're actually grown up kind of deal.
See, I like this one. Isn't this the one that kind of brings in Sirius Black more?
I'm not 100% sure. Now in his 5th year at Hogwarts, Harry learns that many of the wizarding community do not know the truth of his encounter with Voldemort. Cornelius Fudge, Minister of Magic, appoints his toady...
Dolores Umbridge. This is when the woman in pink comes and takes over
as defense against the dark arts teacher, and becomes craziness. It's one of my least favorite of the movie series, but still, I mean, when you're talking about the least favorite of the Harry Potter series, it's not that bad because the Harry Potter series is one of the best movie series.
I like this one.
Yeah, I mean, and went for so long having a good.
I hate Dolores Umbridge, but
for sure. I mean, but that was her character point. She did a good job of portraying the character
very well. This is the movie where it's like, I shall not tell lies.
Yes.
And
we do have just 5 seconds before we get enrolled in this next game. Next up in 2008, Journey to the Center of the Earth was released. Good. You got Brendan Fraser, Josh Hutcherson, as well as many, many more in that movie. It's a super fun one. And even the second one had Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in it.
Yeah.
It was Journey 2. I completely got it messed up as I forgot that Brendan Fraser was the main guy in the
first one?
In the first one, and I got Dwayne and these two mixed up. Next up in 2014, though, we had 2 movies released: Snowpiercer with Chris Evans and Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, I've never seen Snowpiercer.
Yeah, it's a decent one. It's interesting. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes is another good one as well. But in this day in history, as you guys are working on that $5 Musco, on July 11th, 1914, in his major league debut, George Herman Babe Ruth pitches 7 strong innings to lead the Boston Red Sox over the Cleveland Guardians 4-3.
Very cool.
Yeah, super fun stuff. But as you guys are working on this final ball to get the win of $5, we have a player spotlight to talk about.
That's right. Taking home the biggest jackpot of this past weekend, Tesla at Friends Bar and Restaurant took home $34,850. And while playing at Friends Bar and Restaurant, they supported a great charity, the St. Cloud Youth Hockey Association, whose mission is to strive forward in providing all members with a positive growing environment, which enhances a competitive spirit defining sportsmanship and respect for others through the sport of hockey.
We got Horseface and Towley splitting up that Musco prize. Towley over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards, and I miss where Horseface was playing. Good job to both those players in that final game of this happy hour. You guys are about to get enrolled to some exciting Skull Bingo with $80,000 on the line. You won't want to miss out on it. So get enrolled, press play, and remember, when you play Pilot games, your community wins.
See ya.
Hey guys, we love giving out jackpots, and we gave out our first jackpots over this season 11 over the season 12 over the weekend, and let's talk about them.
All right, well, that first one we ended up giving out went out to Chuck 2931 over at VFW Fergus Falls. They got to take home $633.
Then we had Tracy F over at Sundance Golf Banquet Bowl on that Friday take home $665.
Nicely done. Next up, we gave out some money to Lucky over at Castaway Cushion, who took home $698.
Then $629 went out to Failbot7 over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards.
Nicely done. And then that final jackpot that went out on Friday went out to Conehead over at Maple Liquor Store, who took home $635.
Definitely some fun stuff. But getting Saturday started off right, we had Why Not Me? Well, why not you? Taking home $642 over at Beals Bar and Grill.
Nicely done. Next up, we got JJNC over at Stanley's, who took home $617.
Then we had Slappy over at American Legion Fridley, taking home $3,773.
Nicely done. The biggest jackpot of that past weekend. But next up, we gave out some cash to Jen SSBGC over at Springbrook Golf Course, who took home $610.
Yes, and then on Sunday, getting our Sunday started off right, we had Petunia over at Westwood Marina, taking home $615.
Nice job, Petunia. Next up, we had M. Dairy over at Beaver Bottom Saloon, taking home $608.
Yeah, good job. We had Luther over at the Sunset Cove Resort, taking home $1,782.
Nicely done. And then we had G-Force over at Bourbon Room Cross Lake, taking home $767.
Joni, the final jackpot of Sunday, went out to the Poorhouse of Clark's, taking home $768. But since we had a long weekend heading into the 4th of July, let's talk about that 4th of July jackpot.
All right, well, we gave out one on the 4th, and it went out to Viddy over at Municipal Liquor Store Akeley, who got to take home $633.
Well, definitely some great jackpots going out there. And if you guys want to earn some more jackpots, make sure you're coming out from 12 all the way till 10 o'clock every single day for a little bit of bingo action.